Okay, hey, what is going on, guys? It's Lastly here. Now, a few people in the comment section of my previous videos wanted to know about custom formations and work rates and stuff like that on Ultimate Team. So what I've done here is I've literally just started a single player game. That way you get as much time as you want when you pause the game, so it's quite important that you do that because this does take a little while, but it will save itself and then you can use it from then on. So what you want to do is go into Team Management, go into formations, and as you can see there's a bunch of custom ones, but I'm currently playing a 3-5-2 formation, so I've got 3 centre backs quite tight in there in the middle, 2 CDMs, a left mid, a right mid, a cam, and 2 strikers. Now I'm going to change this up a little bit, so I'm going to edit the current one. Basically what you want to do here, this is just obviously my Brazilian team that I've got right there. You want to click on, say, my Thiago Silva and change his base position. Now with the three centre backs, basically I want to just move the right one and the left one out a little bit as far as they can go with being a centre back. Okay, so it tells me I can't have that player in that position at the moment. Why is that? Okay, perhaps if I go back one, I can't have that either. So if I keep trying to move it out a little bit, there we go, and see if we can move it one more. No, it tells me I'd need to be a right back, so I won't want to do that, so I'm just going to press back. So basically we've moved Thiago Silva out as far as he can go, and we're going to do the same for Manuel. No, we want it to be, I think if you move it out twice it works perfectly. So basically all that does is just move your centre backs out just a little bit. Now another thing I do is tend to move my central centre back a little bit. I'd say 4 or 5, just so he's more of a sweeper. I like to play quite defensively in the way that I don't like to have my defence pushed right up to the halfway line all the time. I like them to sit back and let the pacey players come at me, because then I can be in a good position to take them on. So that's one thing I like to do. Now with the midfielders, as you can see, I've got my 2 CDMs here. Now one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move back my CDMs just a little bit, because I don't want them playing as centre midfielders. I want them playing as very defensive midfielders. I'm going to move them back 4 or 5. I think I moved him one too many. So yeah, there we go. We've got now our CDMs playing a little bit further back, and then I am going to move my. Actually, I think I'm going to move these out a little bit. So I'm gonna play them a bit wider. Okay, and then Ilsinho needs to come out a little bit as well. Okay, so they're a bit wider than they would have been. I'll give you a reason for that a little bit later on when we talk about work rates and stuff. But we are going to move out here, and we're going to move our cam back to a centre mid position. That's just something I like to do. I feel that if you move him to a centre mid position and then click the centre mid again, you can move him back up again to a high attacking centre mid type thing, but he still gets back quite well, which is a position I quite like the players to be in. Now one thing I'm going to do next is move my left and right mid. The one problem with 3-5-2 is that your players always seem to be they're out wide too much. I think left and right mids are kind of wasted, and it's left and right wings that are the ones which do the damage. So I'm not going to make them wingers, but I am going to move them into a different position. So one thing I'm going to do is move them up. I think I have to go past here, choose right wing, and then come back inside to try and make him a right attacking mid. Yeah, so that's what I want to do. I want him to be a right attacking mid there. And then from there I'm going to bring him out as far as I can. Also, I think I might move the centre mid back just a tad. Maybe there. So Hulk is now a right attacking mid. So he does still get out wide, but he plays more attacking, a little bit more central, which is exactly the place that I want him to be. So I'm going to do the same with Maicon Leite here. You might just be able to bring them up and choose attacking mid. Can we do that? There we go, left attacking mid, and then we'll put him back a little bit further out wide and nice and far forward. So there we have some players in different positions. I'm going to move Hulk just a little bit further out wide. Now one thing I want to do now is adjust my strikers a little bit. I want them to be as far up as they possibly can be. So I'm going to move them up as far as it will let me go. On both of them, I just want them to be exactly the same width up the pitch. That is sort of what I like to play. You know, I have it a little bit differently, and you know, I've just done this on the fly right now. But basically, it's like a 3-5-2 defensive side of things with the defense and the defensive mids, and then it's like a 4-2-2-2 attacking wise, because you've got the 2 cams and the 2 strikers. But basically, what I'm going to do now is show you some custom work rates and stuff like that people wanted to know about. So say for instance Ronaldinho, his player work rate, you can change this in game. As it shows there, I believe attacking work rate his was medium, so what we're going to do is switch that to a high, and we're going to move his defensive work rate. It is low. I kind of want it to be low, because although I've put him in centre mid, I still want him to be an attacking mid, but because we've got the other 2 there, it wouldn't let me have him as a central attacking mid. So basically we've done that. I normally go all the way from my defenders, change their work rate to attacking work rate low, defensive work rate high, just because I don't need my defenders moving up the pitch. As you can see there, a lot of my defenders here are got some medium attacking work rate and stuff like that, which is not what I want at all. I want them to have high defensive work rate and low attacking work rate. They can stay back as much as they want. And again, for my defensive midfielders, I want them to have a medium attacking work rate and a high defensive work rate. That way they can still get up, you can still have some long shots, but they are more defensive mids than anything else. So I'm going to do that right there. Now the only players we've got left, Hulk, we've got our attacking mids and our strikers. So I'm going to change Hulk's work rate from attacking high to, he already was, and so is Michael Niete, a medium work rate to get back. Just because there is an element that this is not quite as wide as it was, so I need him to be more of a right wing back than anything in a defensive side of things. But that is what I'm going to do with Hulk, and again, Michael Niete, medium defensive and high attacking. Now basically with my strikers, I literally want them, as you can probably guess, to have high attacking work rate and low defensive. As you can see, Neymar's got medium, so with this it should help him out a little bit, keep him up the pitch, and that's exactly what we want to do. The final thing you can do in game is, say Thiago Silva here, you can change his player positioning. So when he's attacking, you want to let them know which way you want him to attack. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, I think I want Thiago Silva to just push out wide when he attacks, and then when he defends I want him straight back. Okay, so we're going to okay that, and then Dede, you want him to go straight up and straight down, straight back even. So that's what I want. And then Manuel, we're going to do the opposite to Thiago Silva, so attacking, he's coming out there and he's going straight back. Now our central defensive midfielders, I like to do this. I like to go, when they're attacking they're going straight up, and when they are defending they're coming this way, they're coming outwards, because obviously you haven't got right back and left back. Your centre backs are a little bit further out than they would have been, but it's nice to have your defensive mids come and cover that side of the pitch. So that's one thing I like to do with him. And then obviously for Luis Gustavo we're going to do the same thing, out and out. And then Hulk, when he's attacking, I'm actually going to choose him to go I'm going to choose him to go inside, because I like Hulk to cut in and then do his work and then just straight back. Michael Niete, again, I want him to cut in, and when he's defending I want him to go straight back. And with my strikers, or have we done Ronaldinho? No, we haven't done him. It's simple as putting straight up and straight down for Ronaldinho. My strikers, I want Kerrison to come straight up, and then I'm going to leave defensive work rate because I don't want him to do anything at all. And then Neymar, I want straight up again and no defensive work rate. So that is the way I do a custom formation. I'll basically I'll put a picture on the screen right now. This is obviously done on the fly, but the one that I definitely use is on your screens right now. And it just works for me. It's something I change to at the start of every game generally, and I think it plays very well. So if you've liked this and you found it helpful, share it to people that you might think also would find it helpful. Leave me a comment on the sort of other things you could possibly do, you know, what custom formations you guys might have made. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Run, get the kids, we gotta leave any second now. Blood on the horizon, now's the time for checking out. Hear that in the distance, listen to it closely. It'll finish you, me and mankind grossly. It's our fault, mostly, everyone's ability to use up every fossil fuel in the vicinity. Now the world's a killer, we gotta move along. That's the sound of the earth singing death songs. You discover more crude oil, give me some, give me some. Fight for the soil of the desert where you dig it up. Whoever got the slick, got the power, never give it up. You need a